Good afternoon and welcome along to the Team Talk. We're back here at Easter Road for the first time in a couple of weeks for Motherwell against Hibs here at Easter Road. Kick-off is at 3 o'clock this afternoon. Yes, hello, a very warm welcome. You're watching the Team Talk. My name's Gavin Rittoo and I'm delighted to be joined alongside Hibernian women's legend Joelle Murray. Joelle, how are you?
I'm good, Gav. How are you?
Yeah, not bad. It's good to see you've had a busy morning. You're running down from the training ground, is that right?
Yeah, busy morning. It always is on a Saturday when the guys are here at Easter Road. So our match day -1 up at the training centre. So just kind of finalising the last pieces of information before the girls take to the pitch tomorrow.
Yeah, and obviously you're in a different guise this year with the women's team, making that transition from being a player to a coach. How have you found that now, coming a couple of months into that now?
Yeah, I'm loving it. Really enjoying it actually. It's been quite a seamless transition. I think all credit to the staff and the players for helping me make that transition from player to coach, and yeah, so far so good.
What is it that you're loving about it? Because I imagine it could be quite daunting, you know, having been in that routine of playing for so many years to have to kind of give that up and do the coaching. But what is it that you've been enjoying most?
I think for me, I like a challenge. I like to see improvement and development, and for me, obviously I'm not able to directly impact on the pitch, but it's thinking about how I can make those 1% off the pitch and really help the girls before they step on the pitch on a match day. So yeah, I think for me, just a nice fresh challenge.
And what have you made to the start of the season that the girls have made on the pitch?
It's been good. We started off very well. The last few weeks, there's been kind of inconsistencies in our performances. We got back to winning ways last week in the Sky Sports Cup, so we're hopeful that we can continue that tomorrow against Montrose in the SWPL. Yeah,
definitely. Well, good luck when that comes. But today it's Hibs against Motherwell here at Easter Road. The pitch is looking stunning. It feels like it's been a while since we've been back here at Easter Road. How much are you looking forward to it?
Yeah, I'm buzzing. Like you said, it feels a long time since that St Johnstone game. So to be here today is very calm. The conditions are perfect. The pitch is absolutely fantastic, as it always is. So yeah, I'm absolutely buzzing and looking forward to the offering today.
What are you expecting from today? Because obviously we come into off that game against Rangers, didn't quite get the result, but the performance was there. What do you kind of expect from this afternoon?
I think for me, speaking as a supporter, I think I'd like to see us build on that performance. You could see some really positive moments in our play. You can see the confidence really growing in the players, and for me, as I say, I'd like to see us build on that, and obviously get the win opposed to not doing so last week.
Yeah, well, as we mentioned before, we did come into this one off a narrow defeat to Rangers at Ibrox. That was last Sunday. Here's a reminder of how the action panned out in that one.
Cadden on this near touchline, puts the ball across. There's a chance there. That's great work by Butland. Chance here for Hoylett. No, just couldn't get. Once again down this near side for the Ass. No, it was enough. Can he win the second ball there? He does.
Needs to get up
through for Lawrence. Chance here for Lawrence. Can he get the shot away? He does. That is some finish. Won't count, no flags up on the far side.
His arm is sleeve. Oh. Goal.
Yeah, goal's given. Good stop from Butland. Come over to the back post area. Ekpiteta nods it back in. Chance here for Hibs. Can they scramble over the line? They can. It just doesn't fall kindly for Kukarevich. Will that be?
I think so.
That's got to be a handball.
Yeah.
Has to be. Kukarevich against Butland. Steps up right-footed. Poor penalty from Nikola Kukarevich. Centre of the park. Hoylett rolls it through. Campbell does well to force it out to Abita. Hoylett once again. Clips that one in right-footed. Chance here for Kwon again. Right-footed effort just a little bit too high. want to launch this one in long. He does. Oh, it's just... So he's continuing for now. Ball clipped towards the post. Bessers is there. What a save that is from Joseph Bursick. Back across Bursick. Somehow he managed to claw it out. Threads it forward for Nathan Raya Welsh. Cadden. Early ball in. Headed chance. Oh, it's just wide.
White girl.
It was a great
Quite find him back in that, could we?
No, we couldn't. I think you never want to celebrate or be happy with a defeat, Gav, but I think from what we saw and obviously we observed last week, there was lots of positives to take. The team for a lot of that game were on the front foot, and albeit from for a moment of magic from Tom Lawrence, that was the difference between the teams. So yeah, I think, as I say, I don't like getting beat, but I think there's lots of positives to take from last Sunday into today's game.
Yeah, definitely, because I mean, in previous years when we've gone to Ibrox, we might have been beaten by a couple of goals, and you come off feeling gutted and disappointed and a bit frustrated, whereas last Sunday it was kind of, we got beat, but it was so narrow, and I think everybody thought we should have probably taken something from that.
Yeah, I would definitely agree. You saw from the highlights there, the shot from Kwon from distance was tipped by the post from Butland. We had Dwight Gale's header at the end. We had lots of opportunities, entries into the attacking third, and it was just that final execution that was missing. But yeah, lots of positives to take forward.
How frustrating is it from a player's perspective when it just turns out to be not your day on the day?
Yeah, it's annoying because I think you know that you put a lot into the game. You know when you've had a good performance, and you know when it's just small margins that are the difference between points or not. So it is frustrating, but I think you need to take the positives and then just fully focus on the next game.
Yeah, definitely. Well, that was a narrow defeat to Rangers last time out on the road, but last time we were here, it was a good win against St Johnstone. Here's a reminder of the goals from that one.
A minimum of 2 additional minutes to be added. Nicky Cadden clips the ball into the area, goes to the back post area. Ekpiteta gets there a chance. It's in the net. Hibs have the opener. Mikola Kukarevich on the stroke of half time gives Hibs the lead. And I think the big man took at least 2 St Johnstone players out there. Strangler and the goalkeeper.
That's what you want, though, having the desire to put that ball in the back of the net. There's a great ball floated towards the back post that, to be honest, Marvin probably had no right winning. There's 2 St Johnstone players there, but he does win it. He heads it back into a real dangerous area, and then we bundle it over. I spoke about it before the game. Doesn't matter how the ball goes in the back of the net. Let's make sure we do get it in the back of the net, and it's brilliant. Another player with a point to prove, so we need to keep him quiet when he does come on the pitch.
He's pushing forward down the far side. Cadden, lovely ball through for Martin Boyle. He's inside the area, chance here. And Martin Boyle with a lovely dink over the goalkeeper gives Hibs the 2-0 lead in the 72nd minute.
What a finish that is. What a ball, what a run. We've spoken about it all day, the forward runs and disjoint in the St Johnstone's defence, and it just happens there. Brilliant. Martin Boyle sees the space, makes the run, but then the ball has to come. It's a perfect ball. And he's lucky he scored that, by the way, because it was on all day to be squared, wasn't it?
That was it. You kind of thought to yourself, he's got to be confident here dinking it over the goalkeeper, because Mikola Kukarevich is all alone on the 6-yard line.
Yeah.
But
yes, but last time here at Easter Road it was 3 points, a couple of goals and a clean sheet as well. I imagine David Gray would bite your hand off for more of the same today.
Yeah, definitely. I think obviously David Gray, being a defender himself, wants to build performances and results on that kind of defensive foundation. Clean sheets is ultimately what will get you your points. But yeah, you're right. I think if we can take that performance against St Johnstone into today's game, you can see the boys are really starting to gel. You can see O'Hora and Ekpiteta at the back are really starting to form a great partnership. And then at the top end of the pitch, we're creating and we're getting those entries, those opportunities in the final third.
Yeah, you mentioned the defensive partnership. With both of them being new players and a new keeper as well, quite a lot of new faces joined in the summer. How much is it a case of giving these players time to gel and then you get to see the results a few games down the line?
Yeah, massively important. I don't think we can be too critical on new players coming in too early, because like you say, they need time to bed in playing styles, formations, relationships with new teammates. And like I said, I think the St Johnstone game, the Rangers game, you're seeing those relationships starting to form and starting to get stronger. So I think as the season goes on, hopefully again starting today, building on the last couple of weeks, we'll really start to see the benefits and reap the rewards of that.
Yeah, well, you mentioned Marvin Ekpiteta. He spoke to the press earlier this week. He was on media duties, but we're going to take a short break for now. After the break, we'll hear from Marvin, and we'll also get the thoughts from the first team manager, David Gray. Back in a couple of minutes.
I'm getting some work done. Enough of that. I am totally winning! Oh, and relaxing.
Here's your order.
With a coffee, thank you. I love this film. I'm doing all of this on my way to Mum's. Because it's all possible on an LNER train.
Next stop, London.
And I'm almost there.
Yes, hello, welcome back to the Team Talk. Welcome back to our coverage of Hibs against Motherwell. I've got Joelle Murray alongside me for this one. Joelle, just a bit on Motherwell. I know it's early days in the season, but they have made a very strong start to this campaign so far.
Yeah, they have indeed. Currently sitting fourth in the league. I think the last 4 of their 5 league games, they've come out on top. So a team that are in form. However, a lot of that good form has come at home. So hopefully that stands us in good stead today.
What is it in particular that have impressed you about Stuart Kettlewell's side?
Yeah, I think a few things. I think the standout is Lennon Miller. He's a very talented young player that dictates a lot of their play. Currently top goal scorer for them with 4 across all competitions, and getting 2 of them last week. Steps up to take a penalty when the game's kind of very closely fought. So yeah, I think for me he's the standout for them. But on top of that, they've got a lot of experience and Paul McGinn, Andy Halliday, Stephen O'Donnell, Liam Gordon. So they've got a nice blend of youth and experience across their squad.
Yeah, you mentioned some of the games that they've won so far. 4 out of the last 5. They came from behind to beat St Mirren last week, to beat Hearts, St Johnstone. Got a cup run going together as well. As a player or as a coach as well, when you get on quite a good run of form, how important is that to lift the confidence of the players and the club as well?
Yeah, it's massively important. I think in football, momentum is everything, and certainly they have a good positive momentum at the moment. However, like I said, a lot of their decent form has been at home, but from a player's perspective, it certainly breeds confidence and just gives you a lift if you're going week to week, winning games, scoring goals and not conceding any.
Yeah, and you touched on Lennon Miller as well, only 18 years of age. He looks like some prospect. How important is it that we are able to keep him quiet this afternoon?
Yeah, I think that's the key. I think if we can keep him quiet, because like I said, a lot of their really good positive play comes through him in the middle of the park. So I think Dave will have done his obviously his homework and identified him as a key player and somebody that we really need to kind of keep quiet today.
Yeah, definitely. Right, not long to go until kick-off now. Time to get the thoughts of Marvin Ekpiteta, who was speaking to the press earlier this week.
When you were going through that sort of teething spell at the start, did you draw on lessons you'd learned earlier in your career, or were there people here that kind of helped you through it?
I'll say it's a bit of both. Yeah, lessons from before, just sort of stripping it back all the way and just going back to what I do best. I have good family around me, good support systems, and especially spoke to the manager as well. He pulled me and said to me that he has confidence in me, he knows what I can do, and just to get back to doing what I do, what he knows I can do, and that really helped me massively.
Yeah. Did you feel it took a little time to, not just you talk about adjusting, but to recover when you think like this in my game, it's a back pass,
Yeah.
But did you take the time just to get your confidence back after?
Yeah, definitely. It does. I think any player, any level, any age, it does shake you a bit. But then just got to look at the bigger picture really and look at where you want to go to. And once you get over that hurdle, you're fine, which I have been since.
How big was it? Sorry, how big was it when the gaffer told you, just to reassure you as well that he has that confidence in you?
It was massive because I've never actually had a manager that has done that to me in this situation before. So it definitely gave me that extra confidence that he knows I can do it. He believes in me, and then just to repay him really for still having faith in me and still playing me. So that it was massive.
That was Hibs centre-back Marvin Ekpiteta on press duties earlier this week. We're going to take a short break now, but don't go anywhere. When we come back, we'll hear the thoughts from first team manager David Gray.
I'm getting some work done. Enough of that. I am totally winning! Oh, and relaxing.
Here's your order.
With a coffee, thank you. I love this film. I'm doing all of this on my way to Mum's. Because it's all possible on an LNER train.
Next stop, London.
And I'm almost there.
Welcome back to the Team Talk here on Hibs TV. Now it's time to get the thoughts of the gaffer who's been speaking to Adam Tomlinson.
Dave, how's this week been? I presume it's been pretty positive off the back of a good performance against Rangers.
Yeah, I think, listen, straight after the game it was real mixed emotions because, well, firstly you'd lost the game, so the challenge there is to still take the positives out of it because there was a lot of positive performances. I think, well, to be honest, a real positive performance across the board, but still areas in which we can improve. Clearly in the final third we can be more clinical, but we've worked hard on that this week. There's been a real positive training week, bodies coming back as well, which has been great, and no, I'm really looking forward to the weekend now.
Yeah, how important has that balance been in terms of keeping the players' mood positive, keeping that confidence going off the back of obviously a defeat? Yeah,
that's always a challenge, and we never want to accept losing, so it's that fine balance between accepting the fact that, right, we played well but we lost the game, so then how can we change that? I take it back probably slightly further, which is I look at the second half against St Johnstone once we went 1-0 up, the level of performance then, how that improved, and then we took that into the Rangers game, which was a good performance again, and hopefully now we can then take that again one step further to the game at the weekend, which we're looking forward to. It'll be a tough game, fully expect it to be a tough game, but one that, as I say now, we're ready for.
Yeah, you mentioned the St Johnstone performance. Obviously that was a good performance at Easter Road. How much are you looking forward to being back at our home stadium in front of the fans?
Very much so. I think, listen, it's been something that the players are all looking forward to. The pitch is really good, the facilities are brilliant there, and I think it gives us an opportunity to build on our last game. We won the game 2-0, and we need to make sure we start the game as positive as possible, because we know if we do that the fans will get right behind us. That's a big plus point for us. I think even another shout out to the fans that went to the game at the weekend on their such short notice, and their numbers supported us all the time, and we're looking forward to getting back there and hopefully put on performance for them.
Yeah, obviously Motherwell this weekend, a lot's been made in the build-up around the weapon that they have in terms of that long throw-in, but what do you expect from them in general?
Well, that's one thing you definitely need to contend with, but at the same time it's one of many things they've got. You know that they're in good form, they're very well organised, very well coached, you can see that. They've also got a lot of good footballers in the team. You know, the three midfielders move the ball really well, and they're good defensively, which is why they've picked up results and where they are, so we expect a real tough game. But the challenge for us is all about how can we keep improving as a group, keep improving from the last week's performance, and make sure we turn these performances into 3 points, because that's the most important thing.
In terms of team news then, how are we looking? Obviously Martin Boyle, Joe Newell, Nicky Cadden were all unavailable last weekend.
Yeah, so they were unavailable this week. Obviously Joe's trained this week, and Nicky Cadden has dipped in and out as well, but we're kind of taking that day by day. We'll see how they've reacted, but they're all progressing in the right way, and we'll just wait and see where we are come tomorrow.
Yeah, perfect. Just finally, I wanted to mention, obviously we've had a lot of international call-ups ahead of the next break. It's quite a big moment for Kwon to receive his first senior call-up. I suppose, again, we've spoke a lot about the platform that Hibs can give players, but this is another example of that.
Certainly is, and credit to him for that. You know, it's a fantastic achievement for him. It's the greatest achievement you can get as a football player, so brilliant for him. I think it's credit to everybody else involved as well, as part of a real strong team performance. And then you talk about the platform, you know, as many players have came here and managed to do that, and it just shows you the level of the club, the level that we operate in, and the opportunity to play for such a big club can give you these opportunities.
100%. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, well, Joelle, David Gray in his interview there mentioned about taking the positives from last weekend from recent performances. What do you think his message to the players is going to be ahead of this one?
Yeah, I think exactly that. I think get at Motherwell from the very first whistle. I think if you start on the front foot, get an early goal, that just breeds confidence and settles any sort of nerves that there might be. So I think exactly that. Keep doing what we've been doing, and then the output, obviously goals will come.
He talked about being back at Easter Road. He said in his interview there, it's felt like it's been a while since we have been here. We alluded to that as well earlier. How much will the players be looking forward to just to be back here in front of the home fans?
Yeah, I think that they'll be excited to be back here. It's a fantastic stadium to play your football at. We're very lucky from a women's perspective and a men's perspective that we can play on such a stage, and I think ultimately any team wants to make their home stadium a fortress. So I think Stuart Kettlewell spoke about it in the middle of the week, that Easter Road is always a difficult place to come. So I'd like to think that the boys will want to build on the last few performances and really make a statement here today at home.
Yeah, definitely. Just a bit on team news then, he talked about well, unfortunately we'll be without Martin Boyle today. Nicky Cadden and Luke Amos are also unavailable for this one, but it's a good opportunity for some of the other players who were playing last week to stake their claim for that starting spot in the team as well.
Yeah, definitely. I think someone's disappointment is an opportunity for somebody else. I think we've got a really good squad filled with quality, strength and depth. So although we're missing key players, it's not diluting the quality that we can start with. So as I say, an opportunity for players to stake their claim, get minutes and really kind of showcase what they're all about.
Yeah, one of the players he touched upon there was Kwon, who's also just been called up for his national side as well. How impressed with him have you been, with him in the middle of the pitch, but also his relationship that he's formed with Nectar Triantis as well?
Very impressive. I think we spoke earlier on in the show that it sometimes takes time to kind of form those relationships, but Kwon and Triantis' relationship has been pretty much instant, and it's been really, really great to see. And from my perspective, I see and observe Kwon down at the training centre, and the way he goes about his business is extremely professional and holds himself to the highest possible standards, and you can see that when he steps onto the pitch on a match day.
Yeah, definitely. Fingers crossed we can see another good performance in the middle of the pitch from those two and also the rest of the Hibs players as well. Just before we go, I know you're doing commentary duty a bit later on, so I'll let you go to that, but what are your score predictions for today?
I'm positive, Gav. I think I'm going for a 3-0 today. 3-0 Hibs.
3-0 Hibs. Okay, Joelle's going 3-0 Hibs. Make sure you send us your score predictions, and if you want to get a message read out on Hibs TV, make sure you tweet us as well. Aside from that, I'm afraid that's all we've got time from. Joelle, I'll let you go to run up to commentary duties. If you want to listen to Joelle and Cliff Pike on Hibs TV commentary, make sure you stay tuned to Hibs TV. If you can't get to the game today or you can't listen on Hibs TV, don't worry, you can follow all the action on our match centre on the website and turn your notifications on your phone for all minute by minute updates. That's it for today. Thank you very much for watching and enjoy the game.